A big day here in the United States. Today we celebrate 100 years since the adoption of the 19th Amendment, giving women the right to vote. But that didn't include all women until decades later. Our Allison Rodriguez has more.
A 2019 Rutgers study showed 81.3 million women were registered to vote in the 2018 election. That was roughly 10 million more than men. And history is being made as more women of color hold bigger offices.
I feel that in order for us to be successful, we have to be able to show other women, and especially the younger generation, that they can do whatever they set their minds to.
Representative ALMA Hernandez made national headlines when she became the youngest lawmaker ever voted into the Arizona legislature.
For me, it's a really big deal. You know, yes, we're celebrating 100 years, but I also realize that there's a lot more work that needs to be done.
It's a sentiment shared by State Senator JAMESCITA PESHLAKAI.
I'm always advocating for our children to look to being the next leader, the next senator, the next governor. And hopefully in my lifetime, we will have a Native American president of these United States.
In 2018, Arizona ranked #1 in the nation for female lawmakers, according to the Rutgers study, with women making up 40% of the state legislature. Today, that number is slightly lower, and 2 of the largest cities in the state have women as mayors. Regina Romero is the first ever woman to be mayor in Tucson and the first ever Latina, too.
They were excited. My family and friends were excited, so we decided to go for it. And we knew there had not been a woman mayor ever in our history.
Mayor Romero says she's still working to break through stereotypes of women in leadership roles.
It really takes some time. It takes some heartache, and it really takes some pushing on my part to tell people, I know you've always seen this and you're used to this, but I'm going to do things differently.
State Treasurer Kimberly Yee had to push through as well during her time in the state Senate.
The gentleman sitting next to me said, young lady, you're asking a few too many questions. And well, of course, my reaction was, let's ask 10 more questions.
Pew Research shows the minority vote will be huge this year. That's why groups like United States of Women are working to encourage those to participate.
Because as a low income, like first generation, like Latina, I, found that voting is essential and it's the way to exercise our voices at the polls. But my family and a predominantly Latinx community within Phoenix didn't necessarily believe that. And growing up, that's something that I heard all the time, that your vote didn't matter, that it wasn't going to create any sort of change.
Pew Research also shows this is the first time Gen Z will be eligible to vote. But State Representative Dr. Geraldine Peaton says getting younger people involved isn't always easy.
When I'm termed out, I would certainly hope that there's someone else to step in to represent women of color. But younger people seem to be disenchanted with politics.
The November election is already historic, with Kamala Harris becoming the first woman of color on a major party ticket. And she's only the 3rd woman ever to run as vice president after Geraldine Ferrero and Sarah Palin. 100 years of progress with more to be made. All the women we've spoken to look forward to the day when a woman will sit in the Oval Office as commander-in-chief for the very first time. Allison Rodriguez, ABC 15, Arizona.
Allison, thank you for this series. By the way, today is Women's Equality Day, honoring the adoption of the 19th Amendment by Congress. And to celebrate, you'll notice this, the Arizona State Capitol will be lit up purple and gold, all to recognize 100 years of women's right to vote.